That one hurt. That one hurt. Just when you're starting to really get behind this team and really just rallying behind them, and you're really starting to believe in them again. They do something they haven't done all season, which is losing part 1 of overtime, the 5-minute 4-on-4. Anytime a game involving the Stars has ended in overtime part 1, 5 minutes of 4-on-4, it's been the Stars out on top. They were 3-0 going into the night. Phoenix came out, made it 1-0 early. I believe it was Vincer that knocked it in. But I mean, it went into the net, but they waved it off immediately, and they called it a no-goal. They went back and reviewed it, and then they came back and said, according to the rule book, this play is not reviewable, no goal. Think that even if they had reviewed it, they probably would have stood by their decision. As big as a Stars fan as I am, I can't sit here and be biased and say that it should have counted when I know in my soul that it shouldn't have, and that the refs did make the right call. Had the initial rebound, then it came off a high stick, bounced off the goaltender's mask, and then, like I said, I believe it was Vincer, hit it mid-air. It was still coming off the deflection off of Smith's mask, and Vincer knocked it into the net mid-air. But because I don't recall who got the high stick. I think it was Fistrick, but it came off a high stick and into the goaltender's mask, and then into Vincer's stick. So that was still the same chain of events. The chain of events never stopped. The puck never hit the ice. If the puck had hit the ice, then Vincer would have lobbed it over or whatever, then that goal would have counted. But because the chain of events never stopped, and it was the same chain of events, no goal. And like I said, I'd be lying if I said I'm glad they called it that way. I'd be lying if I said I wish it would have counted. If I said I'm glad it didn't count. But at the same time, you know, even if it had counted, I'd have had to deal with the Phoenix fans being pissed off, and rightfully so, and I would have had to try my best to enjoy a win that we didn't really deserve. And if that goal counts, we win 2-1. Third period, we tie it up 1-1. Michael Ryder finds the back of the net. And Kari Lettinen does something he hasn't done all season, which is give up the goal in overtime. Oh, man. Part of me wanted it to end in overtime, but something I said going into the night, Dallas was undefeated in the 5-minute 4-on-4. But also, part of me was kind of hoping it would go to a shootout. Number one, it's an adrenaline flow, and the most exciting part of the game, in my opinion, and the other is that 2 out of our 4 shootout wins this season have came against Phoenix, so we pretty much got their number in the shootout. But we lost in OT. We do come away with a point, but that one hurt. Phoenix moves up to 67 in the 7th spot. LA is in 8th with 65, and Calgary's at 63 in 10th, and we're at 62. Calgary and LA are playing right now, so that's pretty much pick or poison. If LA wins that, then Calgary will either stay at 65 or go up to 66, depending on when the game ends, and LA would go up to 67 tied with Phoenix. If Calgary wins, then they would go up to 65, and depending on when the game ends, LA could still end up at 66, or they could be at 65 too. So it's kind of a pick or poison. So because of the specific situation there, I really could care less who wins that game. Either way, obviously it can't end in a tie. That would be the best case scenario. But there's no way that can happen. Somebody has to win that game, and so we'll just keep trying to get a win. I still believe in this team. I still think they can get the job done. But man, that one hurt. When I saw that puck go in, I had to double take because I didn't believe it I had just seen. I mean, Lettinen got caught way out of position, which is something that you hardly ever see anyway, even in the first 60, let alone in overtime, when he's almost always perfect. I go back to the defense, guys. Gotta tighten up in front of them, and you can't turn the puck over in your own zone. You can't do things like that. Not when the race is this tight and everybody's giving their all out there. You can't make mistakes like that. Tighten up on D in front of Lettinen, and for the love of God, don't turn it over in your defensive zone. Don't do that. I don't know, though. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they can get out of this and find a way to get into the playoffs. I don't even remember when was the last time they won back-to-back games. So, anyway, that's it. 2-1, Phoenix over Dallas in overtime. Dallas is in 10th now, and Vancouver is now the only team that's unbeaten in part 1 of overtime. So still believe in my boys, though. I'm going to be stargazing now. Every game from this point on is a must-win, and there's no other way to put it. Got to get your shit together, guys. Come on, you got this. This the Hawk. I'm out. Peace. Let's go Stars.